the animated reconstruction episodes of Classic Who are being cancelled.
Oh no, these sucks because we've bought. Here's the thing, right? It sucks that they're being cancelled because it means that there's now no drive to find these missing episodes.
Yeah, well, no, all the... Well, in a way, yes and no. Like, all the audio already exists. But this just means that we won't have any kind of in-motion
I don't know if all the audio does exist.
It does.
Really?
It's just the video footage that doesn't exist.
Okay.
So maybe, in a way, this will cause people to get even more desperate to find those missing episode footage, so we have something to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're going to... I mean, it sucks because isn't it BBC America have pulled out of the back? What do we have? What does it say?
I'll read the article.
What does it say there?
Animated reconstructions of old Doctor Who serials have reportedly been cancelled due to BBC America pulling their funding. Despite the popularity it's enjoyed during its ongoing 58-year run, the legacy of Doctor Who has not always been held with such reverence. As was common practice back in the 60s, several of the original tapes for numerous episodes with Troughton and Hartnell were destroyed instead of taking up storage space. And obviously the BBC didn't care much about cultural preservation, and 97 episodes remain lost with little hope of turning up. To rectify this, the BBC...
How many?
97.
Wow. I did not think it was that many.
Well, if you take into account, like, not whole stories, but the individual episodes as part of stories.
That's mental.
Yeah, huge swathes of the Hartnell and Trout era
because,
gone.
I mean, here's the thing, right? We sat here saying it sucks, but have you gone out and bought any of these missing episodes?
No.
No, I haven't. I think that's the reason.
I've watched a couple on BritBox. I've watched a couple of Trout ones on BritBox.
Yeah.
And they are varying in animation quality.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. It's
values.
I feel the people who are buying them are the Doctor Who collectors and the Doctor Who nerds, and even though we do this podcast where that's not us, there's nothing Doctor Who in this room. I've been given Doctor Who stuff, and I tend to give it off to people who I know would like it more than me. But I feel like, from what I've seen with these animation ones, is that the animation just isn't very good.
I feel like the thing that I find disappointing is because, as with so many things like this, it feels like they're stopping just when they hit the ground running. I don't know if you've seen any of the animation from Evil of the Daleks, but the quality is a huge step up from other ones that I'd seen.
Is that the motion capture one?
No, that is the one after the motion capture, which is 2D animation.
What's this one you're talking about?
Evil of the Daleks.
Okay.
And it's far, far more expressive. There's far more going on. Like, I watched, what was Troughton's first episode?
Power of the Daleks.
Power of the Daleks. And Power of the Daleks, the one I saw on BritBox, apparently it's like a remaster or something. But it doesn't look great. The especially the facial animation is very limited, and the characters can not pull a variety of poses.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a limited budget, but it's a huge step up when you look at Evil of the Daleks. Like, Troughton's moving all over the place, his face is pulling really animated and expressive expressions. And so I just find it disappointing that just when they found a style that seems like it really, really works for recreating these episodes, they cut it. And I guess it's because it was too little too late.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think the future of this is then? Do you think it's... I think you're going to see a drive of fans making animation.
I mean, there was already a small element of that, I think, wasn't there?
And I think, here it comes, Big Finish. They'll probably recreate some of these. Like my
understanding is that before a lot of these animated things came out, they already kind of were doing that. Like, wasn't Sharda repurposed as a Big Finish story?
Yeah.
Before they then actually went back and actually animated and recorded Sharda with Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does suck because, I don't understand. I think it is just people just aren't interested. I don't think people who aren't Doctor Who fans are buying this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like Marvel, where if you saw a Marvel cartoon series, you'd go, "Oh, I'd buy that for my nephew." Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't feel like.
Well, that being said, though, no one's buying Marvel cartoons from the 60s. Are they?
No, but I feel like,
but
there would be more of a drive to, because it's the same character, it's the same Peter Parker. Whereas, is a kid today who's only watched Jodie Whittaker, are they gonna be excited by an animated Patrick Troughton episode?
That's true. I feel like, especially kind of in the pop culture zeitgeist, the only enduring figure from Classic Who has been Tom Baker.
Yeah.
The figure with the hat and the huge stripy scarf.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, I can't say, I've not watched enough classics to say whether or not that's a disservice to the classic show. But I think if you look at like the legacy that the show has today, you'd hope that it would be treated with a little more reverence. But I guess, the audience and the money is in New Who. I mean, we're a New Who podcast for partly that reason. We're fans of the new version of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the old version sucks.
Alright, Tim, you watched one episode you didn't like.
No, not true. We watched several I didn't like. Do you want to do the next bit of news? 5 Doctors was awful. 3 Doctors was awful. Ark in Space was awful. The only thing I've ever liked is 2.